everyone, I went makeup shopping, but I only got 3 things, so I felt that I was quite restrained, quite controlled. I'm kind of waiting for Red She Said to come out in the UK. As always, we're like a month behind, or what feels like a month behind, because by the time it comes here I've probably watched about 30 YouTube videos from lovely Americans who've already had access to it and got everything and used it and done tutorials, etc. So we're always a little bit behind. But I just got, as I said, 3 things. Nothing terribly exciting, but I can't help but share with you what I buy. So when I do a haul, I just have this natural inclination to actually do a video, even though it might be boring, but anyway. So number 1, first thing, and I've already taken it out and had a look and admired it, is All That Glitters eyeshadow. And I got this because this is another eyeshadow that Audrina Partridge apparently wears from the Hills, but her name has been put against so many different eyeshadows. Like I've got NARS Lola Lola on today, which I love. If you wear it with Painterly Paint Pot by MAC, it's gorgeous. Anyway, but apparently she wears that, apparently she wears another colour, apparently she, you know, her name has been given to everything. So she either likes a lot of eyeshadow, or a lot of companies are trying to take the credit of her eye makeup. But anyway, All That Glitters is one that she apparently uses as just a general wash, and then she adds further definition with other eyeshadows. And I read that in something like Lucky magazine when I was on holiday, and I stored it in my mind and made a mental note to buy All That Glitters. And it's such a pretty colour. It's like pink bronze with gold, or a gold with pink bronze. It's just, it's not a flat colour. It's a Velux Pearl in finish, but it's very, very smooth. It's just gorgeous. It's just a really nice warm colour, and you know how I feel about warm colours. So I'm very excited to try that tomorrow. I'm probably going to wear it as she does, as a wash. The next thing I got was Soft and Gentle Mineralised Skin Finish, which, do I know why I got this? I don't know really. Because it reminds me a lot of Champagne, which I already have, and I find I have to be so careful with Champagne, otherwise you end up really oily. And what I would say, if you are collecting MSFs and you've started getting into it and you're particularly looking to collect the ones that were released a while ago that are now very coveted, I would say skip Champagne because it's so similar to this. It's just that this has a slightly more interesting colour to it because it has got the gold, so it adds both a sort of a neutral highlight but also a little bit of warmth, which Champagne doesn't really. But they're so similar that you could get away with just having this in your collection and you wouldn't be really missing out. So there's no need to go on eBay and pay like $70 for Champagne, as I'm sure you can. But I'm quite excited to try this one out, especially as I know how to finally use MSFs. And then the last thing I got because these are being discontinued. And if you go onto the MAC Cosmetics website, there's a section called Goodbyes. And in there, it feels like there's so much stuff that they've suddenly just dumped into Goodbyes. So stuff that's basically being discontinued. And that includes a lot of eyeshadows. There's Fibre Rich mascara, for example, is being discontinued. And some of the shade sticks are in there because they're gradually phasing those out. But also some of the lip jellies. And this is one colour that I've wanted to try for a while. Or it's actually since I saw a blog post by Sarah Bella, who I'll include the link to her blog. It's basically a picture of her wearing slick pink, and I just saw the picture and I was like, I have to have that lip gloss, it's gorgeous. And this is the colour, and it looks like a sort of a coral pink, but it's very sheer, which surprised me because with the lip jellies I've tried before, like the ones I got in C-Shock, the pigmentation was a real surprise, and I really didn't feel that I could wear them comfortably, even though I quite like the consistency because it was so smooth, and I love the sort of cakey, very strong vanilla scent that lip jellies have. Really nice. I feel like I could eat it, but I won't. And yeah, so I got this one because I thought it was a nice colour. It's quite sheer, it's quite pretty, feels very moisturising, and yeah, so that's lip jelly in Slick Pink, and they're discontinuing loads of the lip jellies, so if you are a big lip jelly fan, I would suggest checking out that section of the website and making sure that your favourite isn't on there. If it is, buy as many as you can before it's discontinued. So that's just a little haul. Have a good weekend everyone, bye!